Made it, bro. By the grace of Allah.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Only. All
Only.
praises due.
Only. Speaking of, let's open up, bro.
Let's open up.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, man.
Ascension.
Ascension indeed. And we're both going through it.
Yeah.
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 Nah, we're going through it, and it's not all fun and games, bro. It's not. Because when you exert the energy it takes to go from one point to a higher point, the law of inertia states that every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So you have to expect that there will be a counter to your ascension.
Yeah.
So the counter is all the forces that don't want you to ascend in this world.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can see them, sometimes you can't physically see them, but they're all there. So you and I are both feeling that pull.
Yeah.
And it's a sign that we're doing something.
Definitely.
It's definitely a sign that we're doing something.
Right? Yeah. I haven't felt like this in a while.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been about a year.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, if that. And with me,
probably longer. Definitely longer than a year.
Like this, it's been around a year. It happens around this time, around Ramadan, bro. This is why we do it. And then I think this is my third one, like for real. And like we were talking about earlier, like first 10 days of Ramadan are first 10 is the mercy of Allah.
Yeah.
Right. Second 10 are the forgiveness of Allah and really experiencing that. And then these last 10 days in which we are in, I think it's day 24, 25. I don't have actual facts on that, but it's around that. We in the last 10 days. Bro.
Yeah.
The last 10 days are freedom from the fires of hell.
So it's long.
Yes, sir.
This is my first Ramadan.
I feel you.
I've never done Ramadan or been a part of it.
Yeah.
So it's like definitely for me an ascension of like I'm stepping into more of these practices, these disciplines.
It's discipline, bro.
And with the disciplines come higher levels of consciousness and more responsibility and more toll, which ultimately is a reminder to continue to take care of the body.
That's right.
You know? And I definitely felt that week 3, man. Say that week 3 again.
Week
bro.
3.
Say it again.
Freedom
for the people, man.
Freedom and safety from the fires of hell. It's real. And I'm telling you, bro, every year, this is number 3, and like these last 10 days, it's brutal for me. And the not eating and not ingesting liquids, that stops being difficult after around like day 4. Like it's not even right now. It's not even a thing. I do not even like think about food or water during the day anymore.
Your appetite naturally decreases.
You would just evolve. Now during the day, these last 10 days, I've been like, oh man, what is all this drama and gunk that I'm not dealing with, bro? So that stuff, that spiritual baggage, is way more difficult to confront than not eating a cheeseburger at noon.
Yeah.
Like this is the spiritual stuff that we don't want to look at. This is the stuff that's weighing you down in life, and the pain and pleasure and glory of Ramadan, or just fasting in general, is that it forces you in to look at the stuff and what makes it stuff in your life. And the reason why issues are issues because you don't look at them, and we lack the desire of look at them.
These are the things that we hide with eating.
Oh, bro.
And that we suppress through food and through eating,
bro.
Through we eat for our emotions, we eat to suppress, we eat for a lot of different things, and these are the things that the food consistently helps us to to not have to deal with because we eat and so definitely. And all the people who's tapping in.
You're speaking to me, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm speaking to myself. I just got that download right now.
Nah, thank you for telling me that.
That was get that one up to Allah, because that was a random download. Like as I'm listening to you, it's like
I needed to hear that. I needed to hear it for real, because like when I have like even like something physical like work, when like I have like something like a work assignment, anxiety comes from confronting things that you are uncertain about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure how this is going to end up. And I'm not sure if I have the skills to accomplish this task. So, I might get a little nervous right now.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime like something like that pops off the work, and that's the nature of work, which is why you got the job to handle the stuff that comes up. And you get paid more in concert with the difficulty of these problems, right?
Yeah.
That's why doctors make bank, because high leverage, high stakes. If you go in on people's brains, like that ain't no joke, bro.
It's done, bro.
Not a joke.
It's
So
not a joke.
they get paid requisite for that risk and the level of
People's
finesse.
lives.
Yeah, people's lives, man. So my point is, it's like when and this is related to using food as a coping mechanism. When I have these little problems when I'm working, like all the little stuff that's like, I'm not sure. That's going to be difficult, right? That's not. Oh man, how am I going to say this? How am I going to write that email? How am I going to draft? How am I going to make this spreadsheet about figuring out the most efficient means to solve this financial problem? Stuff that I have to create the answer to. Like that's the stuff that creates like the pangs of anxiety. Right?
Yeah.
And what I do. And I'm talking about it because I've been given the opportunity this last 10 days to see what I do, so I could audit myself and then improve.
Self-awareness through self-assessment.
I'll see the problem. Oh, there's something I got to do. I'll immediately try to find something else to do. Immediately,
bro. That's how the human mind works, man.
Immediately.
It doesn't want to have pain.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, so we could talk about like our experience, but what happens? I'm gonna really diagnose what happens.
Yeah.
Like you come, and we'll use the metaphor, just my work problems, like this one problem. Oh, you got to do this, write up this memo about this financial process to get it out to your colleagues by 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Right? You don't really know the consequences of it. You don't really know how you're going to go about it, but all you know, you got to get it done. So you start opening up your computer, the little Word document that's all blank and got nothing there, because you know the feeling, right?
Pure imagination.
Just white blank sheet. You see that? Oh God. Okay, and then you immediately go back to your email.
Yeah.
Start checking emails, right? So seeing if there's another just an easy answer. I can go to my email and respond to this email. I'm bullshitting.
Yeah.
I'm straight up bullshitting. But I do it because it's easier to confront something that's more certain than a blank white Microsoft Word sheet, right? So I do that, right? Answer a few emails, then I'll come back, look at the sheet, and then it's like, okay. Still have that nervousness. All right, I'll go get some Brazil nuts. That's real. That's been my thing recently, is to go and get Brazil nuts. And because of Ramadan, I haven't been doing this because I can't eat during the day, or I'm not forbidden to eat during the day. So I haven't had the luxury of just going to the kitchen, which is right here. When I work right here. Kitchen's right there. All I gotta do is get up and go get some Brazil nuts, bro. And I've been doing that a lot this year.
Yeah.
So I go get those Brazil nuts and I take my time eating like one by one, savoring the you know what I'm doing, right?
Bro.
You know exactly.
I thoroughly know what you're doing.
You know exactly what I'm doing. And then oh man, I do that, and it's food. My life has been food. I like food, bro, for this reason, because I've always had this fear of confronting problems, bro.
Understandable, bro.
Yeah, and then I come back to that white sheet, and I'm even like getting sweaty hands talking about it. 'Cause this is how real it is, bro. It's how real it is. I come back to this white sheet, and I'm like, okay, all right. I'll put the date. I'll put something down.
I understand.
I'll put something down, and then I'm still like that. Maybe go back and get some more Brazil nuts. Go check another email and come back. Okay, all right. And then eventually that process, by the grace of Allah, I get it done. But how much time was wasted by bullshit, bro? So much. And how much unnecessary calories were consumed by me not confronting the problem, the obstacle, and always after the fact, after you execute this paper and it's fire, you look back and be like, I was tripping.
And it took you probably 10 minutes to execute this paper.
Bro, 10 minutes,
If you really sit down and do it, it takes you 10 minutes.
That's it, man. But
the mind, bro, you're creative mind. You have a creative mind.
Yeah.
So those things are hard. Like, and what helps is releasing. What helped me, speaking to myself too, is releasing the guilt and the shame of that.
Yeah.
Knowing that my mind does not want to do this naturally.
Yeah.
It's not natural for my mind to want to do. I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do it.
So just being honest.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it.
No, hell no. I don't want to do it.
So trying to tell your mind to do something it doesn't want to do is literally making your mind, not be itself. But you that's what disciplines are in place for. That's what things like Ramadan are in place for, to help us to stay self-aware and through self-assessment. And
self-assessment, man.
I'm right with you, bro. Those things, like, people would think like, no, bro, an email for me, anxiety.
Yeah.
Full anxiety. My mind will, a text message about something I have to do next week, anxiety.
Yeah.
Because it's not just one text message. I try to explain that to people too. Like, it's not just you're texting me this.
Yeah.
You have to accept that what you're asking me to do is to stop what I'm doing and give you my undivided attention.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I understand.
Because you're not the only person that's asking me to stop what I'm doing to give you my undivided attention.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have a list of people who say, hey, stop what you're doing and give me your undivided attention.
Yeah, man.
So your mind goes, what do you do first? Where do you go first? The mind goes, nope. And it just says, I'm not doing none of it.
I ain't doing none of it. Because it's like, we've had this conversation. It's like looking at a mountain of obligations. So you're just like, man, where do I start? I'd rather just disengage. Brazil nuts. Other email, other stuff, other text message. No. Instagram.
Bro, what you mean?
That is Instagram. That's Instagram. Just straight up.
That's Instagram. That is
Instagram.
90% of why Instagram exists. I guarantee you. You ask how many people have I learned this from Keys too. Mm-hmm. Instagram is escape.
Time out.
Escape it.
Who is Keys?
19 Keys.
We gotta get better on like understanding that not everyone knows.
Facts.
All the niggas that we fuck.
Facts. Honor, and also paying in their proper respect. Like, that's not my buddy. Like, that's a real leader of our community.
Yeah. Jabril Muhammad. 19. Jabril Muhammad. Yes, sir.
Yeah. One thing he learned, I learned from one of the things he talked about was escapism, and how Instagram was escapism, and we use it as escapism.
Yeah, bro.
And it is. And YouTube, I try to at least like I'll say, okay, if I'm gonna do escapism, I'm going to watch something that could be beneficial.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll put a movie on and be like, this is escapism, but at least I'm gonna get a jewel.
I'll get something. Yes.
That's what I tell myself.
It's a rationalization.
That's what I tell myself.
Yeah, I understand. And like, another rationalization is, I'm not sleeping. I'm meditating. I've done that so many times.
I'm napping.
Yeah.
But these disciplines are imperative.
Yeah, bro.
Because like you, I know, like I have worked through it and just say, okay, I'm gonna call you. Mm-hmm. And have this 10-minute conversation. Yeah. I'm not going to respond to this text message. Yeah. Because I don't know, number one. And saying I don't know, I feel stupid by texting you I don't know. Yeah. But I have to work through that too.
That's another thing.
And send a text message and say, hey, actually, I don't have the answer to that question right now.
There's nothing wrong with saying that. It's honesty. And it's the best, most efficient means to get to where you want to go. Because it's the truth.
Facts.
The truth is always the best means to get to where you want to go. Like, you do not have to lie, or even more insidious, withhold the truth.
Yeah.
That is my thing. I may not lie, but I be withholding shit all the time.
Ego doesn't want to. Ego, and also we know what comes with. Ego doesn't want what comes with that.
No, exactly.
Which is like, okay, I'm going to say I don't know, and then another questions go. Well, when you know.
Yeah.
Now I gotta start thinking again.
Exactly.
Now I gotta process more information.
Yeah.
Or it's like, hey, I don't know. Then it's like, well, will you know? Can you know by this day? Now I got pressure. Now I gotta do things that
pressure.
But
when people start like putting dates out there and deadlines, that's another source of anxiety. Where it's like, oh man, then I gotta do it by this. It's like. Man.
And for me, it's funny because I do better with the date than I do with like up in the air stuff. Up in the air stuff is when I get anxiety because now I have to. You're forcing me to think for you.
Yeah.
And I try to explain that to people don't. And I learned that from also like learning and studying. There's something called the 4-hour work week. There's a book written about that, and he talks about in his book. I forgot his name, but it's a book called the 4-hour work week, where he explains like when you like. Say have complete emails. This is and give it like, okay, we're gonna meet this day, or this day. We're not gonna meet. We're gonna discuss everything right here in this email. We're gonna have an in-depth email, and every question that we need to be answered can be answered through email. It's gonna cause anxiety, but we're going to cut away. We're gonna cut out. We're gonna save a month of time. And that book is all about just maximizing your time and not being on a win with people. being clear, direct,
man.
And also what helps, like he talks about in the book, is designating a small amount of time specifically to emails. You're not checking emails every day.
All day.
You're checking emails.
Man, that's a good idea.
You check and let everybody know I check emails Wednesday morning from 8 to 3. So I mean from 8 to 9. Yeah. Any email you send me, I'm not going to even look at it until Wednesday 8 to 9. Yes, sir. That's it. Now everybody knows. Don't email. If you email him, you're going to accept that you're going to have to wait until Wednesday, or you're not going to really email until around Wednesday.
That's right. And so what that does, that forces you to find another means to acquire the information you desire through email, right? Yeah. So, but
it makes your life much easier because you don't have to. You're not so. Everybody doesn't have so much access to you, which is the hard part for us because the access to us.
We expect immediate access to people because we have text messaging. It's texting, bro. It's like people think, why you didn't respond to my shit in 5 minutes, bro? Who you texting? Right?
You don't care about me.
You don't care about me. Yeah, you don't care about me. And I've had these thoughts too. Like I'm not a stranger to any of these things. This is why this conversation is uncomfortable for me because we're really just taking a deeper auditing our own practices.
Yeah,
like, man,
it's Ramadan.
It is. It's that time, man. It's like we're auditing our own BS, bro.
Yeah. We resurrected. Man. So with resurrection is a new vantage point. So with this new vantage point, we are still looking at ourselves from a new vantage point. Yeah. In a new year.
Oh man, that's exactly what's happening right with me.
It's the Ascension podcast.
This is what it is, bro.
Which started after Easter.
Started after, the equinox, the spring equinox, bro. And then literally, first episode, Easter. Beautiful. Oh, man. Allah is the greatest.
Allah is the greatest.
Allah is the greatest.
Which is the moral of the story.
The moral of the story. That's the foundation.
We are always in alignment, even when we don't know or conceptualize, or you're just there. You're in alignment.
Yeah, and it's like, the beautiful part about us is like, Allah is always like forefront of mind. We can weave into Allah anytime, and we do all the time, and it's a part. It is the foundation. It's not even no debate at all. It's like, oh, that's it. It's like not in our mind. It's like, oh, Allah is the reality. Like this is, you don't get to opt out of that reality. Like that's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
And it's like, and then of course, and I could speak from experience because I lived in denial of that, and I had fun with that, Yeah. And I learned my lesson.
Definitely.
I learned my lesson. Some people are in the process of learning their lesson. Yeah. So it's not for us to tell anyone they're wrong. They're just doing what we did. Right? And it's necessary.
A part of the process. Yeah. A part of growth.
It's a process. So like we speaking to everybody, bro.
Yeah.
And like it's not like, all parts of the ascension spectrum, you're gonna catch that work. And you're gonna hear like, yo, we've been where you are. And we even know that you see us talking like this, looking certain ways. Wearing bow ties, rocking turbans. It's like, we understand your mindset of judgment or those dudes are weird. We don't care because we felt like that before. Yeah. We've had those same judgments about other people who are doing what we're doing right now. So who are we to judge you for having the same judgments and thoughts that we've had mere years ago? We understand.
And we still have I still have those thoughts about myself. So you can't shame me. I've speaking about anxiety on these things. Like, man, there's nothing that nobody can tell me that I haven't already processed in my mind when I first woke up. Anxiety hits me in the morning.
Bro,
wake up and it's like,
it's right there.
You ain't shit today.
You ain't shit.
You ain't shit. You got all this shit to do. You losing money in the stock market today. You finna lose money in the stock market today. Watch.
Man, why aren't you doing more, bro? Come on, bro. Like you
put it all in the market. Put it all in.
Why aren't you really promoting this podcast like you should be? How you gonna have a podcast and not be pimping that shit, nigga? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Straight up. That's been me. Like this week, it's been like that. Yeah. It's been like that, and I've been like, man, I ain't doing all this.
Bro. You just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Go on the ground for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
You feel me?
Yeah. If I don't sleep 5 more minutes, that's my thing. It's just like, man, I ain't dealing with that. Snooze, bro. And that's what snooze is for. That's what Instagram's for. Just escape.
Snooze been my nigga this week,
bro.
Snooze been my whole nigga. I've been my friend.
Snooze been my nigga.
He been my friend.
Today. Luckily, I had my son with me. I love my children. They woke my ass up this morning. He came in. He's like, "What's good, nigga? Like, what's popping?"
What's up?
Oh, you're not those thoughts to me, you're not those thoughts. You the God. You my daddy. You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, that's why I love my children for that reason. Because like that's my job.
These narratives in your head aren't there. They're not their experience.
No,
None of these things. They're not concerned with these things.
Bro, you are. It's crazy. Like I don't think about how important it is that I'm being a father. It's like I am. Their survival is tied to my productivity, right? Right. So it's like, of course they're gonna wake up and be like, "What's good, bro? Like you're the reason I'm alive." It's pure and beautiful dependency.
Yeah.
And it's also the same relationship that you and I both now have with Allah.
Yeah.
Now it's like we're ascended to this point. It's like, can you imagine not being like connected? Like, bro, like, and not praying and meditating? Like, it's terrifying.
It's necessary.
Yeah. It's not even.
That's why I meditate. We know that's why we do the disciplines. I meditate and do yoga and do my stretching and do my, make sure I'm reading my Holy Quran and make sure I'm just constantly just reading books before I go to bed, after when I wake up, just to know like I need to work on my mind.
We have to.
And my body.
Yeah. And
because I know how anxiety works. Like you said, it's only based upon anxiety is only based upon not knowing how to make a decision. Not knowing what to decide is the foundation of anxiety. And a lot of that comes from...
You're making me really uncomfortable.
A lot of that comes from the food we eat.
Allah. That's a lot.
And I had to accept that too. A lot of the food we eat is what creates anxiety because it releases the hormones. Yeah. And it also blocks our arteries, which creates a higher heart rate, which stops blood from the brain. Yeah, man. So they all work together, which is imperative of fasting, because it's very easy to get off the track. As healthy as we are, it's still easy to get off the track.
Yeah.
You know, it's still easy to get to, I'm gonna tap in, I'm gonna play here, I'm gonna cheat here, I'm gonna cheat here. Like, even I told you, like where I'm not.
Bro, I had a bean pie before you got here. Bro.
I'm not the best vegan, and I know I need to be a better vegan. I know I need to be, I know I can eat healthier. I have books. I have cookbooks. I know how to eat healthier. And I still know I can eat healthier. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I literally made a show about how to eat healthy. Yeah. And the whole purpose of the show was to say, I'm with you all. Yeah. Like, I'm not above. I'm hood and healthy. Everything that's
name, man.
Everything that's here that's affecting you all is affecting me too.
Yeah.
I'm just someone who understands and has tools in place.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean systems definitely.
Tools.
I have
specifically your system. Yeah. We have systems in place.
I have systems in place to help.
This Ramadan it's a force system. It allows you to practice this system to like really assess your own systems from when Ramadan's not active anymore.
Exactly.
So it's like, this game of Ramadan allowed me to assess, to audit my own systems, to change, finesse them, to make them go into this new year.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And to also, I love how we are able to review our systems. Like, okay, go back to the things you already know. Because sometimes we don't have to fix what's broke. I mean, we don't got to fix what ain't broke. That's why we know. And we have the things in place, and a lot of times the things we've created are just for us. Before we try to give it to the world, they're for us. We need to tap into our things more than any. Like, Your Taste Buds Are Not Your God is a book I know I should read for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because to give myself the affirmation to make sure I'm continuously to go through the education and inform myself and assess myself, and the things we put in place are for us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They're for us, and we have to tap into. I'm a director of a community garden, and I should be eating more food from the community garden.
I feel you.
It's just so much work and business that I'm not always in there enjoying the space and eating organic food. But I definitely should be, like you said, this is uncomfortable conversation, but this is a part of Ramadan.
It's a part of it, man.
I was like, hey, we can fine tune. We can definitely fine tune as well. As much as we're on here telling Black people we need to fine tune, we're definitely still
spotlights on us.
We're still saying, hey, as we're with you all. We're here with us.
I'm with you.
We're with us.
People on this one, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you look at the Black experience. It's fear and anxiety. Let's speak first specifically to us, Black men.
Yeah.
Bro, I just remember. You remember like high school waking up. Like we talked about like that waking up anxiety. It's better now because I have Allah and like I am conscious of that. But before in like high school, I would just wake up and like sleep till noon because I didn't why confront this?
Yeah.
This world ain't fucking with me. I got homework. You know, girls ain't really texting me like that, right?
Man.
Yeah, you know the feeling, right?
I know the feeling, bro.
Yeah,
Come
it's like
on.
every day in high school.
I'm 32 and I'm cool now,
yeah.
but in high school I wasn't the cool guy.
I wasn't cool. Like, I mean,
I wasn't.
luckily I was smart and I got through it. But like, I was like, oh man, are they gonna text me for the party? Like, do they like me? These niggas, like, bro, all of that, man. Like every day. And I remember even like being in school and like having that anxiety, not just when I woke up, ASAP when I woke up. And then at school, it would always last up until like lunchtime, and it would go away after lunch, after I got some food in my belly. But up until then, it was just like literally sweaty palms and being like uncomfortable all through like high school, middle school, junior high, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
because to the point where you just normalize it. You didn't even it wasn't even it was just how life is. You know, yeah, I'll be one of my closest friends, man. He would have anxiety attacks where we didn't understand he was having an anxiety attack. Where he was coming to school and some days he just wouldn't talk to people. He literally and I would be like, oh, bro, that's just how he is today.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, that's just how he get like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I was one of the few people who didn't understand he was having an anxiety attack, but I knew like this is just one of the things that he do.
Yeah.
Maybe once a month, once every 3 weeks. Bro, not gonna talk to nobody today.
Yeah, man.
We gonna just big kick it, and he not gonna speak today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely going through all type of anxiety, bro.
Yeah. And then like you're not talking about your issues with your family, hell no. And you come to school and you ain't talking to your friends. And like I'm just right now. This is really uncomfortable because we're bringing up all the stuff we didn't deal with back then.
Yeah, and
still haven't really dealt with.
Yeah.
It's here right now.
It's here.
We're talking about it, but it's like, man, like we as black men, it ain't cool to get in our feelings at all. We can't even acknowledge that we had feelings.
Yeah.
But we all know how we get treated.
Bro, I have feelings.
Yeah, we all know. It's like, bro, we all know. And I remember just like looking at other black dudes and seeing like just sadness all the time. Like, I feel you, bro. I'm not gonna talk about it, but like this shit fucking sucks, bro.
It sucks, bro.
This shit sucks.
This is not. We know this whole infrastructure we're in is not designed for our betterment.
Yeah. Why are we? It's like, why are we here? Like, why? I don't even want to be here, bro. Like, why?
That was my entire high school. Like once I realized I was gonna become a chef.
Yeah.
And so I realized there was no necessity for me to do this. I just needed to get through this.
Just gotta get.
So literally,
that's high school.
Senior
just
year,
get through it, bro.
Senior year was like, bro, I'm just gonna get C's.
I feel you.
Who's gonna stop me?
Yeah.
I kind of, the first semester, like, okay, if you get B's, you might get some scholarships.
Yeah.
And I got like one scholarship.
Yeah. And I played that. I played that game.
Second half, bro. None of this matters. 11th grade, it was like, bro, none of this matters, bro. 10th grade, it's like, bro, none of this matters, bro. Ninth grade, I started off like, okay. No, actually, 9th grade, bro, they literally gave me whatever classes had space left. And that's the classes I had.
Oh, bro.
And that's how I started. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. That's brutal.
Understand. Really process that.
Compton school district?
Compton, yes. Whatever classes had space left were the classes they put me in. It wasn't based on my intellect or my grades or none of that.
Yeah.
So I had to, like, one of the people. I'm one of the people who know the system failed.
Yeah.
Like I said, I left that and then I went to a fraudulent culinary arts school.
You got that work, bro. And they got in debt. Bro, and then you got...
You get what I'm saying? So
had that miserable high school experience and then got in debt to go to a fraudulent college, and then you enter the real world in the height of the Great Recession, $40,000 in debt. And you're black.
And I'm black. And I'm from the hood. And I still live in the hood.
Yes, sir.
This is America. And mind you, I learned, let me be clear, I learned a lot. The information of the fraudulent high school was...
fraudulent college.
Fraudulent college.
Cordon Bleu.
California School of Culinary Arts, the Le Cordon Bleu program. Yes. The information was the great information.
Good. That's good.
The business was the fraudulent part.
Yeah.
The consistent enrolling and just pushing people through this. We're going to just get them in here, lie about the numbers and lie about what we can actually do for you, and then push you through.
Get them to sign the loan documents. we get the bread, get them out. We don't care about you, bro. It's a factory mill.
I took a tour to school and I signed essentially like enrollment that day after taking a tour.
They got you. You didn't know any better, and you didn't have the parents who had the knowledge of the hustle. They were just like, "Oh, my son's going to college."
Yeah, no, yeah, I understand. It was like, we will, it's like we're going to invest into our sons. I understand then, like we're going to invest into our son.
Yeah, I understand.
They didn't know the school was lying and fraudulent school.
I'm glad we're having this conversation because now I'm going to audit my own. I worked for one of these schools to get my people into this. It wasn't Le Cordon Bleu. It was like another career college.
Yeah.
Kaplan Institute in Pittsburgh. I was my sophomore year of college in University of Pittsburgh, and I took up. Luckily, I wanted to work because I just had that. I worked that summer at Sam's Club.
Yeah.
After my freshman year, I'm like, oh yeah, I like to work, bro. Yeah, I like being productive. I like
Facts.
being productive, bro. So I came in sophomore year, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep working, man. So I wanted to work during college, taking 18 credits and still work. So I did, and I worked for Kaplan Career Institute, and it was the same as Le Cordon Bleu. It was like, we don't really care about these black kids from the hood in Pittsburgh. We just want we want to convince them that this is a better path if they just sign these dotted lines and get that loan, period. Yeah. And
because mind you, they're getting paid off the jump from you signing that loan. Yeah. Like Sally Mae is fronting, it's a loan. It's a loan, bro. So Sally Mae is fronting the school the money.
Exactly. Right there. Easy money. Easy money.
You're getting the 40. You're getting the third. You're probably getting like you're getting the principal, and then you as an individual got to deal with the interest part. But they're going to shoot that per student.
That's right.
Out the gate.
It's a hustle.
It's a hustle.
It's a hustle. It's a hustle, bro.
It's a hustle.
Yeah, and
it's a hustle, man.
Did that. Yeah, I did that. I was literally I was a sales rep. I was supposed to be contacting, and I thought they picked me because I was special. They picked me because they knew that I was black. Their target audience was black men and women, or boys and girls, excuse me, because they were high schoolers. They didn't know any better from Pittsburgh. It was the hood, bro. They ain't playing in Pittsburgh, bro. They go in. Yeah. So I was. It's hard to talk about this, bro, because I was part of it.
You're part of it.
I was part of it.
But
I wasn't. I didn't. It took me a while. It took me like a month to see the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, I quit after 2 months, and I didn't give no 2 weeks. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I didn't understand. It just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the mechanics of the game that was being played on my people. I was just like, nah, bro.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. I'd rather I'll go back to studying full time. It was the easy calculation. I'll go back to studying and working out more.
Yeah.
Well, so I did.
I remember telling all the young people, a lot of young people were like, oh, you went to Le Cordon Bleu? And I'm like, bro, don't do it. Go to Trade Tech. There were teachers at Le Cordon Bleu who tell me, yeah, bro, we teach at Trade Tech too.
Nice.
The information is the same.
Yeah.
What Le Cordon Bleu communicates and how they enroll people is they say we have more resources and more networks. You're coming to Le Cordon Bleu to become a chef because of our network, our resources, and our connections, just what we offer as a name.
Yeah.
That's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
So they also know most 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, we don't have the mindset for that.
No. And what I'd had a download right now. It's like, it's funny. Like, you would have been one of the people I would have contacted.
Oh yeah,
isn't that crazy?
I mean, Le Cordon Bleu rep came to Compton High and did like a demo. He made like
we're like the same age, so it would have been like someone just slightly old. I'm slightly. Yeah. It literally would have been me.
Yeah, no,
hustling you in that, and then here we are having this conversation. That's how we need to build a nation.
That's how it happened, bro.
Wow.
This dude came. Wow. And I was thinking about going to like the Arts Institute, and this dude came and he did a demo of like he made like, what's it called when they like melt chocolate or something? Fondue. He did a fondue in our government class. And I was like, oh, bro, Le Cordon Bleu is the one. And then they said, okay, we're having like an orientation. We're having like a, a walkthrough. I got to the walkthrough late. Yeah. So because I got to the walkthrough late, a chef gave me an actual private tour of Le Cordon Bleu. And I was like, bro, this is it. I'm here. I want to do this. I want to do this. Mind you, I learned a lot, and that's the hard part because I can't deny. Like I learned a lot.
No, man.
And I do have a lot of knowledge. Even after I after we left, it was like, okay, we had to create notebooks. Yeah. Like we did a lot, but it doesn't change the reality that the school's fraudulent.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, objectively, the school shut down because they were fraudulent.
Yeah.
Because the things they were saying weren't true.
Yeah. So, but
pre-pandemic, I mean, pre stock market crash.
Yeah.
Post stock market crash, it was even more because they had so many class action lawsuits because nobody could. Sally Mae is saying we need $500 a month, and we can't find a full-time job.
Yeah. So no one's paying it, right? Yeah.
And Sally Mae's like, we don't care.
And and the schools were lying about the potential job opportunities. So they was capping.
It was capping,
straight capping, bro.
It was capping,
straight capping. And it's, man, I haven't even thought about like my experience for one of these colleges up until right now, which is we digging it up, man.
Yeah, it's here.
This is not pleasant for me to talk about.
It's Ramadan.
It is, bro.
It's purging.
It is purging.
What's the week 3 again?
Safety from the fires of hell.
I think, and that's what we're doing. We are communicating to these young people and to the people who are thinking about doing these things. Yeah. Hey, don't do it.
It's just what it is, man. Or at least just know what it is. Know what you're signing up for, man.
Yeah.
Because like you could say don't do it, but they look at you and be like, you did it, and look where you are, right? Right?
You don't want to. You don't want to deal. I know I could have got here if I went to Trade Tech. In all honesty.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I know there were people who were saying, "Hey, why don't you go to?" Even Long Beach City College had a great culinary arts program. I actually took a tour of Long Beach City College culinary arts program, and it was a 2-year great culinary arts program. I took a tour of Trade Tech. Yeah. And Trade Tech was just something that I thought like was only for ex-cons at that time. It was I thought Trade Tech was like for something that people who in trouble. People who just get in trouble and things of that nature. Yeah. And even there's a school called like not Trade Tech, but there's another like a Job Corps. Yeah. Man, I tell young men all the time, go to Job Corps, get some discipline. Yes, they're gonna make you be disciplined. Yeah, you're gonna hold you accountable. You're not gonna be able to do whatever you want to do. You're gonna learn how to become an adult. It's easier to learn how to become it's better to learn how to become an adult at 18 than trying to learn how to become an adult at 28, 30.
28, 30.
Because when I took a part of the internship I do with Dr. Ross and the teens that we work with is we go to Job Corps. And a lot of them have that pushback of like, oh, this is boring and it's a jail. I'm like, yes, it's called growing up and maturing, becoming a man and becoming an adult. And I understand your 18-year-old mind doesn't want to do that. No. But if you can actually accept that you don't want to do it and realize that's why you need to do it now, that way you develop the pathology at 19, and then your entire adult life is drastically different.
That's right. And that system that you just elaborated on right now is what we were literally talking about earlier doing in present time. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, man, it's not easy. Fighting your mind to do what you know needs to get done. When you have Brazil nuts, you have Instagram, you have all this stuff to keep you. And it's
YouTube, like, Netflix, Disney Plus.
But yeah, no, I guarantee you, like it's Instagram. That's number one. 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 It's definitely. And I'm speaking for me. I'm speaking for people. I just see people. That's what you do. Like when you kick it on, I'll just flip through my Instagram. And to be fair, I exploit that by promoting on Instagram. Yeah. Like, so let's be real. Like, I know the game. Definitely. I just, my philosophy is like, if I'm not producing on Instagram, I really have to monitor how much time I'm spending on it. It's very difficult. Yeah. That algorithm is savage.
And they're listening nonstop. It's savage. Your mic is on. If you turn it up, you'll say, hey, or you click something, hey, I want to, like, man, I'm not going to lie. I almost bought a bed yesterday morning at like 6:30 in the morning. I had to catch myself like, bro, are you really about to buy a bed right now?
From an advertisement on Instagram?
Bro. They be almost getting me.
Damn.
I be in
an actual advertiser, not like someone like a friend.
No, bro. They got you with the ad, bro? I catch myself in the cart and have to stop myself from being in the cart multiple times.
That's terrifying.
Just in a lot of different stuff. Because it's like I know I want a new bed, bro. Yeah. Right.
I feel you. So you had and it knew you had the desire. Yeah. You probably look for a bed somewhere and you're searching. Yeah, probably know.
No, I just hear me talk about it that I know I want a bed,
bro.
And it's like, oh well, guess what, nigga?
Here it is. And it almost
Bro, it was like it was literally like 6:30 in the morning, and I had to really stop and be like, bro, I'm not about to do this.
Wow.
You're not about to buy a bed off Instagram at 6:30, bro. Stop. Put this thing down.
And that's someone with an immense amount of discipline, spiritual discipline, right? Imagine everyone else, like they buy in that bed, and they're not even thinking about why they buy it. They happy that they bought it. That's the world in which we live. That is how powerful advertising and crowd psychology is. They ain't playing out here. And you got to think, like, this algorithm, it's artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Like, and you feel it because it's so savagely effective and efficient. Like, you go to Instagram and, like, the first thing you see is...
They have an algorithm, bro. You get what I'm saying?
And I really want to talk, because I want to diagnose just how effective it is. It's like, and the first post you see is always like the nigga that you fucking with the most, right? Yeah. Always. It's
always.
Like, always. It's like, oh, I gotta click this. I gotta watch this reel, bro. Like,
support my
fine. I gotta support my nigga, bro. Yeah. Brother Rome be on that. It's always it's Brother Rome.
Brother Rome.
It's all the time.
I love Brother Rome.
Shout out to Brother Rome, bro.
Funny, bro.
Shout out to Brother Rome. But every time it's him. How am I gonna not watch him, bro? He's funny. He's funny.
And his jokes they're extremely real. They're true.
Yeah.
And everyone, all of the different expressions. I love the LA gang one because bro, growing up in LA, it's like funny.
He captures all elements of the black experience, from like the hood to like Hogwarts. Like, how you gonna talk, like, bro? Like, your boy isn't savage.
Come on,
your boy is nasty.
While he at work, why he eating? Why he's making his money?
Yeah, bro.
So I feel you. Like, if you're gonna do it, but one of the beautiful things that has been happening lately, is I have been unfollowing a lot of things lately.
Smart.
It's like, you know what? I don't need to no. Let me unfollow you. I don't need to watch you. Not that I can unfollow you without having animosity to you. We make unfollowing this, you unfollow me, how, like, no, it's just, I don't want to watch you every day.
I feel you.
It doesn't mean I know why people follow me, because of the things I provide on Instagram.
I understand.
I provide tools, information. My Instagram has a purpose.
Yeah.
It's not just me. I'm sharing your information. I'm sharing resources. I'm sharing other people's businesses. I'm sharing concepts, ideas, my books, my products, my shows, the podcast.
Purpose, bro.
Purpose.
It's the purpose of our Instagrams that prevents me from being attached.
Yes.
To the outcome.
Yes.
Right? And that's really, I have to have purpose first, or else it's just my identity and my ego attached to Instagram. And that's 90% of this populace, where people that online avatar is you.
Yes, it's a slippery slope.
It's a very slippery slope. And I used to be, I'm not on Facebook anymore. I used to be on Facebook, but that was me, where I conflated my identity with my Facebook identity. It became one, which was, it's a slippery slope. And
they become social credit.
Yeah.
They do.
And it's, bro, oh man, and you view likes as it's ego. It's a little ego. It's adrenaline. It's chemical, bro.
And now we don't even need likes. Now with the story, we just need views.
It's so easy, man. You need views and then as soon as you open up Instagram app, you see like your heart and you see ASAP. They showing you all of the feedback that you really came there to see. You can't even. I used to be able to go there and like not click it. And like not just see it and just go here. I'm just gonna go. I gotta go and post this off the jump. But then I go in and I see that, and I see the feedback. I see it's probably a better word for feedback. Like just like the number of likes or requests on the top right corner. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah,
they affect you.
It's red. It flashes immediately now. I used to be able to have to click it. Now it shows me. So now my objective when I go to Instagram is like, I'm going to make this post about something that's relevant to my purpose.
Fact.
But then I see this flashing of the feedback. The ego feedback.
Yeah.
And then I see Brother Rome.
Hey, I turned off all my notifications, bro. I turned them off.
Okay, I got you.
I turned them off. They have helped so much because the notifications they're not necessary.
They're not.
They're not. They're not necessary.
Like the text notification that you get a text for a notification, or like any notification.
I'm talking about for Instagram.
Okay.
Like the Instagram notifications.
Yes, sir.
Like, hey, such and such liked your picture, or such and such message you.
You can turn that off.
You can turn it off.
Okay, I got to.
It's not. But the hard part is because I have multiple profiles that even I might turn one off and I'll still get. I have so much going on. We got the nonprofit. I got my own personal page. We got the community garden page. We got a catering page.
Yeah.
So I turn them off though. I don't need to know.
No,
If I want to know, I'll come and find
you
them.
don't need
And I
to
don't
know.
need to respond to everybody's comment. I don't no more. I let that go of like people comment, I gotta respond. I like. Maybe if somebody says something I feel like I should respond to, I respond. But for the most part, it's not a personal slight to you if I don't respond to Instagram comment because I have anxiety. And I'm a human being.
I understand, man.
I can't.
I'm having anxiety with this conversation right now. I'm like, it's so real.
And I've had to explain that to people.
Instagram is like, that's it right now. That is like the one that it's the ego, it's the distraction, it's the gratification, all the time suck.
There's too much access to us. People, even ourselves included, we still sometimes we feel obligated to give people that much access to us that we feel like the fact that we haven't responded and it's like, no, nobody needs that much access to you. We don't have to respond to these things imminently.
Nah, bro.
They're not that imperative.
Nah. And the funny part is I know this is going to be on Instagram.
It's gonna be, we're going to put it there. It's the market. It's there. It's here.
Yeah, it's there.
We can't be anti it.
We can't, no, exactly. And we're not anti it. We just, man, we are objective.
Objective, let it be what it is.
Yeah, we are objective. It's an effective tool that utilizes very, very powerful technology.
Yes, that
incredible technology.
That has billions of dollars behind it.
Yeah,
and it's for a reason.
Yeah,
and it's embedded in our self-esteem. Yes, and it's embedded in our day-to-day life. It's embedded in our entire civilization. It's embedded in our.
Thank you for mentioning civilization because it's not just Instagram. It's everything.
It's everything. It's a blend of our civilization.
Yeah, and you got to think about propaganda at large, which is the media, which is news, which is commercials. It's like, oh, they're using the same technology, which is why everyone getting the vaccine now. Because I remember 6 months ago, it was I ain't taking that shit, nigga.
Man, bro.
They was going. People were acting so. I didn't realize they were capping at the time, but they were like, I ain't doing that. Now it's like, wait, you didn't get it?
Were they capping, or have they just been, this algorithm has continued to pare it down in your mind to where you change your mind?
Yeah, that's what it is.
To where your mind, your subconscious changes because you're seeing it nonstop. To the point where your subconscious says, maybe
it's not that big.
Maybe it's not that bad. That's all it takes. Think about this. Inception.
That's all it takes. Maybe it's not that bad. And then all you have to do to get the vaccine is just one time, right? So all they have to do is get you at that one moment. Get that on that one moment on that one day, and then you made your choice, and then you have to deal with the ramification of that choice, good or bad.
And one more. Hey.
And one more. Yeah.
You should just get this over with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. You take one, it's like, well, I might. Even me, I would be like, I might as well just finish, no matter how I feel about it. No, I don't care now. I already done did it.
Yeah.
So all they have to do is just get you for that one moment, and they know that.
They know it, bro.
They know it,
and they put billions of dollars into it every day.
Yeah,
they got all these. It's very, the links of what Hollywood is going to project and normalize this is very astounding, but not surprising. Example. It's hard, but just an example.
Bring it out, bro.
When Idris Elba first got COVID, remember that? He was one of the first black people to be like, hey, you can catch COVID, black people.
Yeah.
The black narrative around COVID shifted.
It changed.
It shifted.
That was one of the first wave of the change.
We never came out and heard Idris Elba say, hey, actually, I'm survived from COVID. I'm okay from COVID.
Yeah. No.
I'm not saying he didn't do it, but that wasn't a part of like the global conversation. Remember, bro?
No, I remember that because I remember before Idris Elba, the narrative was like, "Oh, we can't get
black people can't get COVID." That was the narrative.
We can't get it. I remember that.
Just be honest, were we getting it at that time?
Not really. No.
Right, wrong, or indifferent.
No.
And then I remember that shift.
Good call. That was the shift.
I remember that
Idris
shift.
Elba that got it, and then we were like, oh,
maybe we can.
That's Superman. That is our Superman.
Maybe black people.
He's African too, so he's like real black. So people were like, man, that's a real black person.
He was like, hey, I got COVID. I didn't know I had COVID. I didn't even know I had symptoms, and then it turned to this oblivious thing.
British accent. I met bro,
and then it was, hey, go get tested, and then it was.
Yeah.
I guess black people can get COVID now. Now black people are the most disproportionately then it turned to black people got more COVID than everybody else because we're poor and because of our prior health. Like it was like black people ain't shit. It went from we immune to actually y'all ain't shit. Y'all the most COVID.
Yeah,
y'all get the highest level of COVID.
Yeah. And they literally are telling us that we're most susceptible, but they don't really diagnose like if that is true, and then two, why it is that we're not healthy. Yeah, there's no one is propagating solutions about getting black people to live healthy, except for us on this podcast telling the black people to grow their own food and live healthy lives. Except for us right now.
Yeah, definitely.
But everyone else is out here saying, "Oh, just take the vaccine, nigga, and shut up."
Not in the mainstream media of the people that we as a mass listen to.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there are people like the Nation of Islam,
yes, sir,
who was adamantly
that's our job,
holding it down.
Yeah.
People like Riza and 19 Keys, and people who are adamant.
And your boy.
Who's my boy?
Adam X.
Adam X. Come on, your boy on top. We talk, we right here.
I understand.
But I yes, I want to be, I'm mindful too that there are people who have been adamantly saying no. But I know when we turn that TV on and we turn that gram on, and that goes back to who we following.
And the gram's going in on it too, bro.
The grams, bro, they're going in.
They done tagged our posts. They say, hey, listen to these guys, but here's some official links to COVID resources.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right?
And I'm not in opposition. I'm sure, bro.
Do what you want. It's your platform. Like, I gotta be real. It's your platform. Do what you want with it. Thank you for letting me use it. But I'm not gonna not say the truth, and I'm not gonna speak my truth. But it's your platform, bro. So do whatever you want. But you ain't gonna stop me, right?
I'm not gonna die if I don't take this vaccine.
No.
I said it.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm not
gonna die.
I'm not gonna die.
I'm not gonna die. I'm not.
And I know it's like, once again, there's an argument that says, well, that's selfish and that's this and you're the
that is the argument, is that like you need to. I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
We're really we're auditing
definitely
the belief systems that lead people to make these decisions. It's the argument is that if you don't take it, someone else is going to get hurt. Objectively, when do you ever make
a narrative?
It's a narrative. And when do you ever make a health decision based on someone else's concerns? You don't.
When did we never did?
That's not a thing.
Why did we start now? If we are, then why are we starting now? And if we are, then what are the other 8,000 alternatives? Like, that's the thing. We're pushing the alternatives. We're not pushing
just the negation.
The
negation of the status quo, which is take
pushing, do Ramadan, detox, fast.
Yeah, thank you.
Eat organic food,
but it's really
exercise, meditate.
Be a patriot. Take the vaccine. That's what they're pushing.
It's
if you don't do it, if you don't support the war in Afghanistan, if you don't support the war in Iraq, you're not an American. If you don't take the vaccine, you're an asshole.
We have a phrase.
You're an asshole.
It's called nationality is the order of the day in the Morris Temple. Nationality is the order of the day.
Elaborate.
As far as just your foundation of thinking, when we talk about, your nationality, and even in America, nationality is ordered as far as like America pushes nationalism hard. America's the good guys and everybody else is the bad.
Yeah, we're the good guys.
We still love Captain America. We still love let's go fight the Nazis. Like, we still love these ideologies and these concepts of America's the good, just guys. Yeah. We watch CSI and FBI shows.
Yeah, and there's a part of me that still's like,
Navy SEAL
man, let's get them. Yeah, like there's still a part of me that's like, let's go, bro.
Yeah. But it's been romanticized. Yeah. The nationalism has been romanticized. Not saying I don't love and honor my country.
Yeah.
But like you said, there is a way where they push patriotism.
Yeah.
Honor your country by doing these things.
Yes.
Because we are the good guys.
Yeah.
And everybody else is the bad guys.
That's right.
And this is a slippery slope.
It's a very slippery slope.
This is a very slippery slope. Because there are no good guys and there are no bad guys.
No. Just people executing their own self-interested objectives. That's all it is. That's all it is. And then you have teams of people with similar objectives jockeying for more of what they want.
Yeah.
That is the world. There's no good guys and bad guys.
Like we said, what I've accepted, we're gonna lean into this war part, is that we're at war as black men, as Moorish people, as Muslims, as Muslims.
Yeah.
We are at war with principalities, ideologies, concepts, and even though we all are in this country, we know that, like we said, we see the condition of our communities.
Yeah, man.
There's no way that we aren't at war.
Yeah.
And then we study war. If we study war, there's no way we will see we're not at war.
You go to the hood and you realize this is not a natural condition. This was created. This is intentional. This is someone meant for this to happen.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is not how things should be. So once you realize that, and you and I both, you grew up there. I didn't grow up in the hood. I just go to the hood. Yeah. I choose to go back because I know that's where the fight is.
Yeah.
Because that's where the battle is, and I'm a soldier. So I gotta go back. What's a soldier without a fight?
Facts.
He's capping. He's all cap. But yeah, but once you realize it's war, which is what it is, let's define war.
Let's define it.
Let's define war right now. War, a state of usually open and declared armed hostile conflicts between state and nations. War, a state of usually open and declared armed hostile conflict between state and nations. So that's what it is. But you realize,
sound like getting shot in the street by the people who you pay from your tax dollars.
That's right. Or getting shot by someone who it's war.
Sounds like food deserts. Yep. Sounds like no infrastructure. Sounds like no properly education, no ownership of hospitals.
Yeah.
No ownership of banks.
Yeah.
We don't own our own banking systems. We don't own our own school systems. We don't own our own hospitals. We don't own our own political systems, right?
Oh,
so like when the words like, but it's like no. When you really just objectively look at what is going on, this is what we are, and it's not necessarily against people. It's with mindsets, states of minds, belief systems, principalities.
Because what the advent of nuclear warfare really just moved the emphasis from carnal weapons to higher level mental, spiritual weapons, because don't no one really want to catch that nuclear work. So warfare is all propaganda now. And information meant to get inside the minds of the masses of people, and people.
Nobody wants to drop a nuclear
bomb. No one, bro.
Nobody wants to do that.
No one wants to do that, bro. So how do we still keep the control, keep the power more or less intact? Oh, you get in people's mind and you control them by any means necessary. But from my point, you go to the hood, you realize, oh man, this ain't how we supposed to be living, bro.
Not at all.
You realize there's a reason for that.
It's not how any other community lives.
No, not even close. Like I remember going to the hood in Buffalo. We lived in upstate New York, and I remember being like, "How do people live here?
How?
Right? How do people live?
How do people live in projects?
Yeah,
because it's just normalized.
Yeah, how? Like man,
and then they create a tribe around this, and then that's what we do. We only know how to by tribalism. The way we do it is through tribalism.
Banging tribalism.
Yeah,
that's how we.
We're all in this together in our little respective plot. So we have to come together.
Yeah.
And that them over there is against us on our little plot. Their little plot is against our plot. So we got to come together and stop them over there.
Breaking our part of the projects that the government built to contain us. Man, that's our coping mechanism.
Yeah.
For warfare.
Yeah. Because we're still at war, so we don't know how to be at war with the people we're at war with.
Yeah, and also we don't understand. Well, we don't understand the art of warfare. First and foremost, we don't understand the art of warfare.
We got it right here.
We do, man. It's just perfect segue. It's like, but that's intentional. Just like the hood, the containment zone that is the hood is intentional. It's not
different.
It's containment.
Redlining is a real thing.
It's like, listen, we're gonna keep the chaos here to prevent the fires of this chaos from jumping over the walls and burning the architects of it. That's the objective of the hood.
We're going to not give you loans to escape here.
You're gonna stay here. We're gonna contain you. We're gonna send the boys in blue to come and make
sure. We're gonna overly populate them with police who aren't from this community, so they have no actual connection to these human beings.
Yeah, and who are actually terrified of these human beings because they see the conditions in which they live and make the calculation is like, these people are living like animals. They're animals. I could shoot them like animals because like I'll put them out of their misery. Like, let's be real. Like, that's the way lives are treated in the hood.
Yeah. Other communities have more grocery stores and less people.
Yeah. That's real.
We have a higher concentration of people and less organic food.
Yes, sir.
Which affects your entire day-to-day life because it affects your body and your mind and your emotional state. Food affects your emotions.
Yes, it does, man.
Processed food affects your pathology.
Yeah, it does. Yes,
you know.
And you go to the hood. I mean, I make this up. In the few grocery stores that are on the hood, you're looking at this is depressing, but I've done this and I do this. I look at what people are buying in the hood. It ain't pretty, bro. It's bad.
Because the trucks get the produce. They go to the nice neighborhoods first.
Yeah, of course.
They drive through the nice neighborhoods, sell that. Then whatever they don't want is what they bring to the hood.
That's right.
Our Food for Lesses in our stores, for the most part, on a good scale, as far as the majority of black neighborhoods, we get whatever the white people don't want, the white communities.
Yeah.
Whatever they don't want, whatever the Gleasons and the Pavilions, you know what I'm saying? And Bristol Farms.
Which is right down the street from me.
And the Trader Joe's.
I love Trader Joe's. I love these
and the Sprouts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whatever they don't want.
Yeah.
Of course, the Whole Foods, whatever they don't want.
That's what the hood gets.
They're going to take it to the hood.
Yeah, so I'd rather buy Twinkies than rotten produce or not even presentable produce. Let's be real, man. That's what it is. That's what it is. And it's cheaper. It's cheaper and like
Twinkies, bro. The fact that these companies, like, it still boggles my mind how these companies are actually able to really create these things and like, bro, sell it.
And soda, like, bro.
I was literally thinking soda.
Soda, and I say this because my father just bought my children like some soda, and I was like, I didn't go in on it. I didn't go. I was just like, man, you don't see it. You don't see soda how I see.
You don't see it as literally poison. Literally a
poison
laboratory experiment.
Yeah.
That you can clean your toilet with now and clean copper. You ever put a penny in some some Sprite or some 7 or some Coke? Do it. Put a penny in some Coca-Cola, bro. And just let it sit there for like 5 minutes and then pull that penny out, and you're going to be like, bro, this is crazy. That in 2021, you can still do this.
You can still buy soda.
You can still buy this.
Yeah.
And drink it like it's okay.
Like this is what people do.
And it's not.
Yeah, and like, I forget being where I am. I forget just, it's still normal.
It's still normal to people
ingest
to drink soda.
And so like, literally when I saw my father, whom I love, you already understand. Definitely. Like, I didn't say nothing.
I had these conversations with my parents.
I saw like it was pizza with pepperoni and chicken that they went there. I was at jiu-jitsu, and he took my children to go get pizza while I was in class. So he took them to Shakey's, and they got pizza with chicken and pepperoni, and then like soda. And I came after class over. I saw what they got, and I saw the soda cans. And I almost reacted and be like, Dad, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
I was this close to doing that. I was that close. But because literally when I saw that my children had soda in their hands, it was a threat to me. I was like, that's fucking poison. It's poison.
Hey.
Yeah.
Listen, bro.
Yeah. And
I'm there with you.
Yeah, you understand completely. But then also you also understand the pathology of my father, who doesn't view it as I'm just buying.
1000% understand.
Yeah, my grandchildren.
My family.
Yeah, my grandchildren wanted some soda. Like, so it's not like he was trying to kill my children. He was just, oh well, that's what they want. I'm gonna get them to it. I remember
my niece was a baby, and I was still like hold her.
Yeah.
And I remember one time people tried to feed her like a hot dog, and I would slap that out of their hand. And I'm like, dude, why would you feed a baby? Like, why? But then I had to, like you said, like I had to learn years ago, bro, like just to have grace with people.
Grace.
Because
perfect word.
People don't view things how we view things. And people who do know, they just still don't have the discipline and the consistency, the consistent discipline and accountability to know that this is toxic poisonous, the self-awareness. That's why I make when I do the internship with the teens.
I'm gonna define grace. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Keep talking. But
I advocate. I take them around the grocery store, and then I tell them to read the back of hot dogs, to read the back of soda. Like the hard part is that we don't grab soda and read the back of it and ask ourselves, what are these words? What is this?
Hell no.
Most people don't. They see a Snicker bar. They see, in fact, candy, junk food. That's why they call it junk food. They call it
it's called junk.
It's called junk food.
Like we still eat it.
Because once again the emotions.
Yeah.
The emotions, the low self-esteem, the shame, the guilt.
Yeah.
The addictions, the chemicals they put in it to keep you addicted.
That's real. So it's they're chemicals.
So that's why it's like I can't even be mad because there's chemicals here that wants people.
We need to have grace.
We need to have grace.
I'm gonna define grace
because like we were talking about too. We're not perfect either.
No, hell no. So anyway, grace, noun, simple elegance or refinement of movement.
Yeah.
She moved through water with effortless grace. And then number 2, courteous goodwill.
Courteous goodwill, bro.
Yeah.
Just that's
Number 3, in Christian belief, the free and unmerited favor of God as manifested in the salvation of sinners and the bestowal of blessings, a divinely given talent or blessing, the graces of the Holy Spirit, the condition or fact of being favored by someone. He fell from a grace because of drug use at the Olympics.
So we give grace because we have grace.
Damn straight.
Because we've been gifted grace.
Damn straight.
And we know the grace we have been gifted is from a higher self, from Allah.
Directly from Allah.
So it's easier to give because we bestow that grace upon ourselves, knowing that we've been graced by Allah. It's easier for us to have grace.
And the grace just flows through.
Yeah.
It flows right through. And
which is why you didn't snap on your dad, because you had grace with yourself first to say it's okay to be frustrated.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be, you're not going to take that frustration and project it
on someone who doesn't view the world, who hasn't been, as privileged as I am to just see life for what it is and not just feel like you just do what everyone else is doing because it's cool.
Yeah.
Right. So it's grace, it's understanding. And I wasn't, at no point was I mad. It was more literally like, oh man, how do I get this limit? How do I get this soda lemonade out of my children's hands and hurting my father's feelings? It was war. It was like strategic. It was just like, okay. I see what's happening. They drank like a fourth of it. Okay, I'll deal with that.
Yeah, how do you be that guy without being that guy?
Exactly. So I was like, okay. And
that's a lesson I'm constantly learning.
And also being grateful that my dad watched my children while I was in class and got them food.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what kind of an asshole would I be if I would, Dad, how dare you watch my children while I do jujitsu
and feed them? Yeah.
That ain't the move, bro.
That's not the move.
That's never ever the move. And like I'm glad we're touching upon this because it's like,
constantly checking the ego.
Bro. Like this urge to bang on others with your own beliefs it's in all of us, man. Especially those of us in religious world who are actually aspire to some semblance of religious discipline or spiritual discipline. It's like you first get in this system and then you feel like, oh, I feel good. I'm right.
Yeah.
Oh, niggas ain't doing what I'm doing. You're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going to bang on you.
Yeah.
And so banging is most commonly in church. Church, any religious discipline, we feel the need to bang on it because we think that we are right and others are wrong.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I'm right. You're wrong. Why are you wrong? Because you're not doing things exactly as I'm doing them.
Yeah, definitely.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So that's ego, and that's... It's ego.
And ego pops out, man.
Yeah.
He pops out. And I have grace with him too. We got that grace with him because he's here. That nigga's not going nowhere, bro.
Hell no.
He's going to be here.
Nah, bro.
And I've also learned that we have big egos. I have a big ego.
I understand.
And I learned that he's not the enemy.
No.
He just, once again, he can't run the show.
He can't run the show.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, he's here.
Yeah, he is, bro.
And grace on with him.
Yeah.
And grace sometimes allow him to pop out.
Yeah. Let him flex a little bit sometimes.
Let him come out.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. So I see it for what it is. I don't get mad at people flexing, man. Like I enjoy the show, bro.
The banging is bang. We're tribal. We're tribal people. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna bang. We're gonna figure out how to bang no matter how it was. We're gonna bang some kind of way, bro.
This is why we love wrestling.
It's just like we talking about wrestling.
There we go. We love wrestling.
Bro,
professional wrestling because it's a show.
Anybody say they didn't love The Rock, bro?
No, hell no.
They didn't love.
The Rock was a man.
I loved watching Kane just beat up, just throw niggas around.
Oh man, and was it the what was it? The pile driver? That was Kane. Or was that Undertaker? Who did the pile driver? You remember?
The pile driver.
Pile driver is when you stand up a dude upside down and then you.
That probably was Undertaker.
Undertaker. That's Undertaker. Yeah,
that was Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker. But yeah, Kane was a man. Stone Cold, bro.
Stone Cold. Come on.
Triple H. What was Triple H's gang called? When they did the.
Yeah. And I don't know.
What were they called? It was.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, you know.
That's NWO.
I think they joined NWO.
Yeah.
Triple H and his other homeboy who always doing
X-Pac.
X-Pac. Yeah. They had X-Pac and Triple H were a gang. They had their own gang. They were called something.
I don't remember. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah,
if that, bro.
That was fun, bro.
That's
but
longer
my point is we love that because it's ego, it's fun, it's entertainment, and like I'm not gonna knock them for doing their thing. And I try to have that same attitude with everyone else. Like let them flex, bro.
Yeah.
Let them flex, do your thing.
Cause we gonna flex.
Yeah, we gonna flex.
If we gonna well, our flexing is things that are bigger than our ego.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you growing food, you don't have to like me. You don't gotta say Temu was the coolest nigga to grow food, bro. You can just grow food.
Yeah.
You don't gotta join. You can tap in agriculture field and not give me no shout out, not give me no accolade. I
will get off to seeing a black.
You know what I'm saying?
If I see black people in the soil, bro, I feel so, and just it's such a good feeling. Just like seeing like even in other side of the country in North Carolina is like a church farm collective, and they get together and talk and grow food and like distribute it with each other, bro. I never even like gave them props, but like I watch them from afar through Instagram.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that's what Instagram does.
It makes me very happy.
Yeah,
it makes me very, very happy to see that. And but the point is, to your point, what you were just saying about let's not play a bigger game than ego.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Play a bigger game. Just play a bigger game. Acknowledge the ego for what it is, but play a bigger game and have this game that you're playing be more in line with what your spirit wants.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And if you don't, and the thing is, like people, and not from my experience, it's like when people would start talking spirit, I would just immediately just say, "No, I ain't going there because that's God stuff," and I don't know, that's ego.
Yeah,
but you don't see it as ego.
Yeah.
It's just you.
Yeah.
Because you haven't been, you're not aware of the dynamic, these just different dynamics of life yet. So I don't judge people who make those snap judgment of me. And I think a lot of people with me, it's like, they don't hate me or dislike me. It's just like, oh, he's doing the God stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it's not no hate involved. It's like, oh, he's doing God stuff. I'm going to go do me. I'm going to go do flex over here. I'm going to do my thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But, and when I try to live my life in a way that's like a light to show other people that there's more to it, more to this game that you're playing.
Definitely.
And that's all I can do.
That's it.
And so I never, ever bang. I'm just like, this is what I'm doing, bro. Like, I'm going to fight this weekend. You want to? Yeah, I did pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just what I do.
Just bring it to the table.
I'm just like this. And here, my life is my testimony, bro. And like, you see what I'm doing, what you're doing. It's just like, what are they on? Right?
Yeah.
So you're forced, when you're doing something unconventional and winning, you're forcing people to ask the question of what the fuck is going on.
Hey,
that,
like we said, a lot going on.
Allah's going on. And then we're forcing people to see the light of Allah through us, and we don't even have to say nothing because we're preaching with our activity.
Facts.
It's beautiful, and it's not just our people. They notice, but it's all people because they see what you're doing. The light of what you're doing is something that's important. And like I told you, like people holler at me for what I'm doing and just being like. And it's the best feeling ever when, one, they tell me like, hey, man, dude, you're killing it, right? But it's even better feeling when it's like, dude, it's motivating.
Yeah.
Like, you make me want to do better at life.
Yeah.
And like all of those comments come from non-black people.
Yeah.
People like, bro, like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like that, having that feedback, like that brings tears in my eyes. Like, man, like, okay, thank you, Allah, for allowing me to get people in a way that's most effective.
Yeah.
Right. And this podcast is one of the means. But we both, this is one of our tools. But this podcast is a metaphor for our life. It's like we doing the work, bro.
But they're doing the work.
We doing the work.
I'm learning I'm learning permaculture. I'm learning agriculture. I'm learning horticulture. I'm learning these things, how to apply this to my life as much as possible, and then communicating objectively the things I'm learning.
Yes, sir.
You know,
let's define permaculture, because that's a perfect definition for what you just said.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Permaculture.
Permaculture.
An agricultural system or method that seeks to integrate human activity with natural surroundings so as to create highly efficient, self-sustaining ecosystems.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Life is permaculture.
Yes, facts. Exactly, right? How do we manipulate our environment? How do we create an environment?
Yeah.
And how do we work with nature to cultivate the best environment?
That's right.
I.e. plants around, i.e. flowers around, i.e. trees around, i.e. soil, i.e. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
animals, insects, things of that nature.
This definition just highlights the absurdity of any idea of separation between nature and you.
Yeah.
Like, people think man and nature are like distinct. No, hell no. No.
Yeah.
They're one and the same.
Yeah.
Period. So if you fashion an existence that precludes the uptake of one, which is nature, for the benefit of the other, which is man, you're going to be in this condition that this world is in right now.
Right? You're going to be out of balance.
We out of balance.
Naturally.
We out of balance.
because this is a layer of foundation. You get what I'm saying? Agriculture is a foundation.
That's right.
This is a layer of it. Like, hey, okay, now that we know how to feed people, how do we cultivate this in our actual day-to-day environment?
Good question.
And it is around of our day-to-day environment, whether we conscious of it or not.
Yeah.
It's more so, like I said, one of the things that I don't see objectively, we don't see that's a part of our culture as far as actively Black people becoming educated in how to incorporate nature within their environment consciously, intentionally.
Yeah.
At scale.
Definitely not at scale, but it's like it's very difficult to think and feel how we're speaking when you're operating at the lowest frequency of the ghetto, of the hood. It's a very, you know better than me.
I understand.
It's a very
It's not something that you should be thinking about. We don't be like, ooh, I need more plants around me, because that's not what we're thinking about, bro.
You think, I need to go bang on these niggas. I need to go kill some of these niggas that banged on me yesterday. That's no judgment. That's a very low frequency of thought.
It's and mind you, it's still happening, bro. Like, it's as much as we want to pretend, and as much as we want to aspire to say that these things are behind us, they're still not. And yes, they have definitely decreased.
Yeah,
but they are not gone. And yeah, we'll never be perfect.
No,
but we can still do better.
Yeah, we can. And then we are at war, which is why it's like that. And so we don't understand the nature of warfare, so we just enact war upon each other.
Exactly.
That is what's happening
naturally.
And to dovetail what we were talking about earlier, is like, once you go to the hood and see it what it is, you have to come to the conclusion like, oh, this is warfare.
This is warfare.
This is warfare. And so once you immediately realize it's warfare, as a man, you have to be objective and being like, okay, well, if this is warfare, what am I doing?
Yeah. Which is why we created that.
What am I doing?
That is how I started learning how to grow my own food.
Yes, sir.
Like I started being right at the Ross, and I read The Art of War at the same time.
Yes, sir.
And I remember really thinking like, we need to access our resources. That was like the part of the book that stood out to me the most.
Cold.
Was like, we need to be intentionally understanding our resources.
Yes,
like, what do we have?
Yeah.
And before we can go do actual physical fighting, we need to make sure we have enough resources for this. We need to
sustain warfare. Because that book, Art of War, teaches you that it's all about supply chain of resources and communication.
Yeah, exactly.
That is warfare. If you cannot secure those two things, it's a wrap. It's a wrap before it even started. No, but we just want a gun now.
Yes. So and like the way we can scale to agriculture is to at least start with horticulture. Yeah. And you got that definition as well.
Horticulture. Yes, sir. Horticulture, the science and art of growing fruits, vegetables, or flowers. The science and art of growing fruits, vegetables, flowers, or ornamental plants. Horticulture.
Yes.
Gardening.
Right? So we yeah, okay, I get it. It's not easy to everybody. Let's go do agriculture. Let's go get 300 acres and feed all of all black people. Get it?
No, that's real.
Okay, we can start though.
That's a way to have someone go to anxiety, like we were talking about earlier. It's this mountain of problems.
Yes,
right.
We can start. We can start by learning how to grow food ourselves, and then guess what? As we doing right now, hey, I got this skill set. You got this skill set. Okay, I got. Hey, actually, what if we just bring those skill sets together?
Let's bring them together.
Hey, okay, Hey, I'm just gonna grow tomatoes, bro. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna grow strawberries. Right. Okay, I'm just gonna grow. Hey, actually, I got land to get some dairy.
And I know someone who knows the farmers market at Leimert Park. There we go. We have resources and we have a distribution right there. That's all it takes.
Now we're doing agriculture. That's right. And we are, mind you, that call we had with Leimert Park was I was very quiet because I was just, listening.
Leimert, let's go more in detail.
I'm sorry. It wasn't Leimert. It was like the Leimert Park.
Leimert Park, it was Leimert Park Village Farmers Market Association.
Yes.
So the farmers market is going to be at Leimert Park. Got on a conference call of which both you and I were a part of.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
And I was quiet because I was really listening and really just taking in this moment. Like, these are the things I have literally prayed for.
Yeah.
And these things I literally have spoken to Allah that we need to do this as people. We need to do this.
Yeah, it was business.
And to see it happening, that we're like, okay, what's your tool? Okay, maybe you might not be able to grow this. Okay, what can you teach?
That's
okay.
Right.
And then also to see with the people that I already know, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like it's new people, but it's also a lot of people who we're already doing the work, who saying, okay, let's come together and scale.
Yeah, everyone on that call was doing some semblance of the work.
We're doing the work.
And it was like there was no egos involved. It was a purely business conversation. What are you doing? What do you bring to the table? What's up?
What's up?
That was it. What's up? And just to hear what was up in everyone's lane, I was like, oh, there's a lot that's what's up right now.
Yeah.
And we're not the only thing that's what's up right now.
Yeah. And that's the great part where I don't have to feel like I have to be the guy, like, hey, Temu, like, no, because sometimes ego wants to be like, hey, you got to do it all. You got to be the guy. You got to be the star of the show. And it's like, actually, no, I can come here and not be the star of the show.
Yeah. And I think,
and I love that. I'm extremely excited for that. Yeah. I can just step back and listen and offer whatever I can help.
Yeah.
And just do my part.
And let's be real, the whole expectation of a star of the show to take over has been the folly of us because we idol worship.
Islam.
Idol worship. Period.
Ego slippery.
Yeah, that's right, man.
That nigga, ego slippery slope.
I'm with Malcolm, right? That's my dude. Yeah. Right? Or I'm with this one.
Exactly.
I'm with that one.
Exactly.
Let him do all the work.
Exactly.
That's what we expect Jesus to be external of us, right? And that's not what he preached.
It's not, man.
It's not what he preached.
Not at all, bro.
He said, no, don't do me. You can be.
You can be me.
You can be me. Matter of fact, I want you to be me better than I'm being me. That would make me and my Father, our Father, very happy, and it would make you happy.
And there's a whole spirit that's here ready for you.
That's right.
That can work with you.
That's right.
Just everything you see me doing is because I've been working with this Holy Spirit. This Holy Spirit is, as I'm leaving, the Holy Spirit is right here. Readily. This nigga, he ain't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Mother Nature is right here. It's
right here at your fingertips. Tap in.
More science is right here at your fingertips.
Tap in. Do you want to tap in, or do you want to continue living the life that you're living? You know what you want to do. You want to continue living the life and then banging on others who don't make your decision. There we go. Because you submitted to the demands of the ego.
This Leimert Park call was definitely a part of Ramadan as far as being saved from hell. We have been saying these are the things that we need to start doing.
Yeah.
Especially our podcast, right? Yeah. Speaking into the universe, speaking it out, and saying we need to, and then boom.
And then boom.
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 And it's people who more connected than we are now.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I felt like a child there. I was like, oh, I sell plants. I'm cool.
Like brother Farmer Ken, bro. He's a quiet, reserved gentleman.
Yeah.
But the man has a wealth of knowledge. The man is very connected. The man is he has a big platform too.
Yes, sir.
Don't sleep on that man's 17,000 Instagram followers.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that
I just heard him talk and I was like, I need to be plugged into him because he knows what he's talking about.
Yo, bro, facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying? People like that. It's a lot of people who
heavy hitter, bro.
People who doing the work. That's what I'm saying. I know that's the thing. It's more us coming together who doing the work and coming, because he operates in a nonprofit, holistic, educational community garden space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we got our own space. We got to redo. We do what we do is not something that everybody do. Everybody don't just go build community gardens.
No.
That's not something that anyone could just easily do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the actual selling of the food, we don't know how to do that. I'm not the one who know how to sell everything, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not the distributor. I'm not the seller. I'm not the ones who knows how to price. I'm the one who knows how to grow it and knows how to bring the people into it and turn this and then educate people and create production and create digital products.
That's right. And I'm the person who takes all these resources and figure out a distribution channel and the appropriate price to break even and make an X amount of profit if that is desired.
Exactly. That's not me, bro.
That's me.
Because I'm one of the people who I don't care about money. I've never cared about money. I've always lived as even before I really conceptualized more science. I've always been a more. I've always lived like I was wealthy. I've always lived above my means.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. I've always lived at like, I'm rich. That was as far as the way I lived.
Yes, sir.
Even from the hood.
Yeah.
Even just the way we conducted ourselves, the way we talked, the way we acted.
Yeah.
I've always lived knowing that I can manifest fiat all the time.
That's right.
So now that I've got more discipline and I'm not just expending my energy, I'm actually able to direct my fiat in a way where it produces more fiat for me.
That's right.
It's still the same feeling of like, man, like, you know, I don't care. No. But also knowing that there are people like you who I need.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's cool. It sounds cool, but I also know I can't be end all be all. I can't live like that forever.
That's my lane, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
When you need financial plans, bro, that's what I do.
Yes.
I don't have
financial plans.
Not only is that what I do, that's what Allah has blessed me with the skill to do, and it's what I love to do. So it's not like I love money. I just love having the skill to manage money. And it's like money and me and money, fiat, indifferent. It's just a thing that needs to be handled and controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that information, my specialty is showing you how you can turn that into a book.
Yeah. Exactly.
And how you can turn that into its own product and how you can turn that into its own stream of income.
That's right.
And that, you know what I'm saying, I'm an innovator. I know how to take an idea and turn that idea into its own empire.
Yeah.
Right? Your Taste Buds Are Not Your God is a workshop, ebook.
That's right.
Episode. You know what I'm saying? That manifests into clothes, that manifests into catering, that manifests into so many other things.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I do. My expertise is just, once again, holistic divine innovation. We created this because it's what we really do.
Yeah.
Holistic, how to hit this thing on multiple cylinders.
Did we define holistic yet?
Oh, no, we didn't define holistic.
Perfect timing. Let's define what holistic means, because it ties perfectly to permaculture and this in nature, what you and I are both about, just the big picture. Everything as one, the unity of all things. Holistic. Relating to or concerned with the whole or with complete systems, rather than the analysis of, treatment of, or dissection into parts. Holistic.
That's it.
Relating to or concerned with the whole or with complete systems, rather than the analysis of, treatment of, or dissection into parts. Yeah. Whole and complete systems.
The whole thing.
And complete systems.
That's right. And I can show you how to do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm going to do it for you or walk you through every single thing, but I can definitely show you how to do it.
That's right.
And my life shows you how to do it. That's more right. So digital products, physical products, business aspect, charity aspect, community engagement aspect, social credit aspect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Team building.
That's right.
Youth development.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking engagements.
It's just like I said.
Fashion.
You're a creative director.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I am. That's what I do.
Creative director.
Yeah,
I'm a creative director. And I fuck with y'all.
Yeah,
it's not my lane.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Like, bro, go do your. I need you to go out and do your thing.
But asking me to do a budget, come on.
That's my lane.
I'm gonna be like, bro, I don't know.
I'm gonna listen. When you say all this cool buzzwords, we get it, nigga. You're creative, bro. Congratulations. That's how I feel. Like I'm like, Awesome, dude. Good ideas, bro. How much this nigga gonna cost?
Facts.
How much is he gonna cost me? How are we gonna actually do this? How are we gonna secure the
Facts.
financing to execute this plan?
Facts.
All right. How many fiscal years is this plan gonna take?
Facts.
How are we going to execute it over multiple fiscal years? And what is the type of financing that's going to be needed
Shit
to
that
secure?
I do not think about, bro.
And then also, what is the margin associated with all this bullshit to be flowing in my face?
Exactly.
And I call it bullshit because, like, that's what it is. To me,
I know that is needed. Trust me. To understand. I know that that's
like,
needed.
to me, in my mind, it's like every nigga got an idea, bro. Like, we get it. Like, yeah, to me, like, you ain't special. I'm just like, I see you. I just see you acting on your ideas. So, like, oh, cool. I can mess with him.
And I know that isn't always the best thing because I can I can turn so many ideas into. I'm a very powerful manifester.
Yeah, bro.
That's a blessing and a curse because sometimes I can waste energy bringing things into reality that didn't need to be brought, or I can get into the habit of just bringing so many things to reality that I'm not able to really take any or few things as I should and really maximize them and put as much energy into them as they should.
Facts.
Because I'm so busy manifesting more and more ideas. I got so many clothes, so many books, so many different things.
Doing that. That's cool.
Yeah, I got so many. I'll be like, oh, I gotta write a book, and I'll literally write a book this week, and it's like, but you should have. What about the last book?
All the books.
What about all the other books that you could still be continually to market? That's why yesterday I went back and I made an Instagram post about like, hey, just to remind you all, I wrote 5 books. I know I don't market my books. I know that I'm not like, hey, look at me, I wrote books, but like just in case people forgot or new people who follow me.
That's right.
I
saw that.
I wrote 5 books.
And I saw the strategy. I saw everything behind it. Okay.
and this what the 5 books are about.
Yeah.
So donate to our organization.
Yes, sir.
That was the
That's right. Yeah. And that's me. Okay. Oh, there's your okay. Donation. Let's go. Man, that's where I care about. Right. Yeah. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. Because it's after you discuss my job and why I like my job.
Yeah.
Job.
And you're great at your job.
Yeah. And finance is objective.
Yeah.
Bro, there's no feelings with fucking numbers. Right? None. That's why I love it. It's like I go in an organization. I was like, yeah, you cool, do all that stuff. This is what it look like. This is what it look like.
It's facts, bro.
This is what it look like.
I understand.
You got revenue. This is how much money you're bringing in. This is how much all that bullshit you said is actually going to cost you. Oh, you're losing $200,000 this fiscal year. Oh, you want to do it now? This is going to cost you. Okay. Are you willing to dial back on salaries? The salaries? Or are you willing to dial back on the all these hires you want to? Given this is you're gonna drop $200,000 from the budget. Now do you want to do it, bro? Oh, it's not so cool now, is it, huh? It's gonna cost you something. There's consequences to your bullshit.
Come on.
Right?
Come on, talk to him. Come on. I don't. Now, okay. Now this is okay.
And that's my job, bro. And I love my job because it's like
spotlight on her, right? Like, okay, yes, you're right. That's how I was talking. Like, all your bullshit. That's how I feel. Listen to you, like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever, man. Fine, bro, fine. Like now, I don't feel like you. Yeah. Like, okay, here we go again. Here come this nigga with all of this logistics and all of the decision making, and now anxiety kicks in. No, I don't want to know.
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to think of all that. I want to just I just want to create.
Yeah, I understand.
But I understand that is the things you're saying are imperative.
I understand. Yeah,
especially if we're going to do things at scale and employ people and things like that.
And what has made me successful in my career is understanding that not everyone views numbers and budgets like I do.
Yeah,
and I don't want them to because that's what makes me special.
That's what makes
this is my shit. Yes. This is my shit. So yeah, don't try to be Adam X.
I can't.
Why would you? Don't. So I'm talking.
My mind doesn't think about those things. That everything you just said are things I don't think about. If I do think about them, my anxiety will say, "Nigga, stop thinking about that and go back to just drawing."
So what I have learned is like, okay, people have different skill sets, and you have to respect their skill sets. So if I'd be less lenient towards you if you was trash in this creative lane. If you was trash, I'd be like, bro, you ain't finna be trashing what you do and then trash over here too. Like, hell no. But since you hold it down over there, I'm like, okay, well, here. And I'm speaking to you, but I'm speaking like anyone. Yeah. Because this is my job to speak numbers and like to bring reality to
bring it. Bring us back down here.
To bring you back down to reality, to be objective and to bring order and instill order into anything I'm a part of. Yeah. That's what I do. I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like facts. Earth, order.
Facts.
Ram, I think, what is Capricorn? Goat? Yeah, but that's your boy, bro. It's your boy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your feelings, bro. Like, here's the facts.
Here's the fact.
Here's the facts.
Here's the budget, bro.
Here's the budget, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, this is why you have a problem with the budget. Can you disprove any of these figures, bro? No, because you didn't even fucking look at it. You just in your feelings, talking about crying about how you can't do what you want to do.
This newest idea
based on the facts I just presented to you. But my point is that like what I have learned is like I understand that there's different skill sets and what I do. And given that this person's competent in their skill set, I'm like, okay, well, this person is not a numbers person, not a budget person, not a finance person. They're an Aquarius. Notice I say Aquarius because every time I'm into Aquarius and Geminis, air and waters, air signs, they ain't really messing with like my mindset. Is this Gemini? You get exceptions, obviously. I'm speaking generally, but it just more, let's say, for auditing, because I actually ask people who I'm working with what their signs are for this reason, so I know what I'm dealing with. Yeah. But air signs, it's just like, dude, I'm messing with that. I ain't doing it. But my point is so I understand that they don't have the same traction with numbers and order as I do. So what I do is, first and foremost, I try to get them to understand that I understand that you don't fuck with this, but you need to understand why it's important. So that's the first level of good communication, is highlighting the importance of what you need someone else to do. Like, this ain't some bullshit. I understand you don't like it. So, but here is why it's relevant and important. Okay. So once you can you buy them into that level of awareness and understanding, then you could be like, okay, well, I understand you don't like it, but here is the most efficient, in being as detailed as possible, the most efficient route to get done what I need you to do in regard to this little tidbit of financial data, right? This is what you need to do. Here, just try this. I'll be here with you every step of the way. I'm not going to do it for you because that would defeat the purpose, but this is what you could do. Just break it down. Like what we talked about earlier with the blank Word document. Start with putting the date and maybe the title. Put your name on the paper first. So here, put the date on, put the name on the paper, do that, and then do this, and just keep it. Never give someone more than they can chew.
Facts.
Ever. Never, ever, ever give someone more than they can chew. Never, when you're speaking with someone about how to do a process, make sure they understand all the words that you're using, especially when you're talking about highly specialized disciplines like medicine, agriculture, and finance. You need to make sure they understand the words that you're talking about, because you hear a misunderstood word, immediately your mind's like, oh, I'm good. Anxiety.
I didn't know.
I don't know what that.
Guilt, shame. I don't want to ask them.
And it comes down to, especially when it comes down to finance, I'm stupid.
I'm incapable.
I'm stupid. I'm poor.
Facts, bro.
I'm poor.
Fact. I had to hire a business coach to really help me do the deep healing. Like I said, now at least I can do a budget. I have a budget, and this is the best I've been financially. This was 2 years after I hired a business coach. It still took 2 years for the things I literally paid to learn how to do.
I understand, bro.
To really sink in my mind.
And because you see budget, you see anything, you poor.
And definitely BWO definitely helped a lot.
You see it in your immediate anxiety because you've interpreted this money stuff as lack. We've had this conversation before, but it's just lack. And so, I ain't touching that. And I know this from experience of working with people who I don't have to ask this question. I just know, you grew up with not having shit. And I see with a lot of our people.
And you can still pop out. And now I can acknowledge it and I can address it. I'll address it, but I'll address it with grace. Which is, I see you lack. I see you trying to pop out, and you're not going to have any place here. But I understand.
I understand where you're coming from.
But it's not. You're not real, and there's no such thing.
No. I'm not going to feel sorry for you. I'm just going to understand you, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you get through this with the system that I said. So I said, bring them the awareness of how important it is, and then 2, never give them more than they can chew. So don't too steep a gradient. Don't give them too steep a gradient of, like, if they're not ready for level 3, keep them at level 1.
Keep them at
level 1, and your communication needs to be at level 1. And also make sure, this is so important, bro. Like, and this is why we also define words on the show. Because never go past a word you don't understand, and then never have someone else go past a word that they don't understand. So it's always pivotal to make sure when you're explaining something that's out of someone's wheelhouse of knowledge, to be like, do you, and do it humbly. Ask them if they know what that word means. Do you know what horticulture means?
Yeah.
Do you know what permaculture is?
Yeah.
And if they're not, most of the times they won't say no. They'll be like, oh, I think so. And just don't even, once they say, oh, just define it. Just define it. Just do it. Okay, no, don't worry about it. Let's look it up.
Yeah.
And then by the time that alleviates them of the guilt and shame of not knowing something that's not in their lane, and then you're automatically went from, you ask them to get to study their body language, right? And then once you read their body, okay, they don't know. That's cool. I'm not going to judge them. I'm going to enlighten them.
Yeah.
And then pop out that definition, bro. Anywhere. And this isn't good with like any conversation.
Yeah, this is life lessons right now.
Any conversation, if you're having a conversation and you get someone, you come across, you're saying a word that maybe someone you think someone doesn't understand. You're like, I'm sorry. Do you know what that means? Let me use another word, or let's define that word. Yeah. But don't do it condescendingly. Doing is light.
Definitely.
And that's grace.
Yeah.
And that's finesse, is knowing how to have those conversations where like people view you as like as a resource, not an asshole.
Exactly.
And it's very difficult. And I've gotten decent at it, but I'm like, here, well, and with me, like at work, it's mostly not definitions. It's mostly like just Excel stuff, Microsoft Excel stuff. It's like not every nigga knows like shortcuts in Excel. Most people don't. Your boy,
don't.
Oh, bro, I know, I understand.
I didn't even know those were a thing.
You know what Microsoft Excel is, though.
Yeah, I know what Microsoft Excel is. The spreadsheet,
all the boxes,
the green thing.
Yeah,
the green demon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I understand.
I didn't know that nigga had shortcuts though.
Oh yeah, but my point is like it's not definition. It's just telling.
Damn, I need this nigga really just said Microsoft Excel got shortcuts.
That's where I live, bro. That's where I live.
Yeah, I know. That nigga. He looks at me like, you don't click on me. And I'm like, I gotta click on you, bro. I'm gonna have to at least click on you because I actually started like doing like a monthly budget or like a projection sheet where I do like I had a coach, bro. I paid for a business coach. I did a yearly projection. I do a monthly projection. Well, at least this is what I'm projecting. This is what I am going to aspire to make from my different streams of currency.
Yeah.
This month.
Yes, sir.
Next month. Do I do it every single month? No. Am I getting better at it?
That's
yes.
real, bro.
But like I said, I at least adapt these beliefs because I understand it's important.
It's very important.
When you can at least conceptualize certain numbers.
That's right.
And then be able to materialize
it's it's the first level of bringing into reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely seen it.
And why forecasting and projecting brings about a layer of anxiety. Because it's like, oh man, if I put it on wax, I got to come through, right?
But it's easier to do it once you do. Like exactly. I'm not gonna lie, this year, I started 2 years ago projecting, forecasting, and this year, my monthly income is around
what you were forecasting.
I was forecasting,
yeah,
or at least what I have at the end of the month is around what I forecast.
That's real,
right? And some of that comes from the savings I did the previous month. Some of that comes from the profits I made from the previous month.
Yeah,
so just looking at it objectively, like, wow, this stuff really works because I really can say, hey, okay, my plan is to make this much this month, and then look up in the month and be like, oh wait, wow, okay, it might not have came how I thought, but I'm relatively on track.
Good, bro.
So I'm growing up.
No.
I'm growing up. I'm the creative nigga, but I know like I can't just live in my own imagination.
No, sir, you cannot. You gotta live in the real world with everyone else. And I'm glad you brought that up. Is like because I'm good at doing this forecasting for like other entities. When it comes to me, I'm more like winging it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like which is a problem, right? Because I can't always wing it. No, I've got to have a plan. Because at the end of the day, like the beautiful part about finance is like numbers don't wing it, bro. It's like you got X amount due on X date, you got rent due, you have these obligations, and you have X amount of money coming in every month. So you're gonna end up in the hole, or you're gonna end up in the green.
That's it.
Period,
bro.
Period. So what I realized is that it's easier for me to apply all this game to external things like another than it's kind of myself because. What I'm, and then a blessing and a curse of Ramadan this time is forcing me to really take an audit myself and being like, oh, okay, you don't want to implement these same rigid scrutiny to yourself because you don't really want to confront your vision. No. You don't want to confront where you are progress-wise to where your vision says you need to be.
Come on.
That's what, and that's right there is the predicate of my anxiety. It's
I think
man.
Take the deep breath.
Yeah.
I think that's a great place to leave them right there.
To leave what?
This episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just breathe with that one. Let the listeners listen, because that is that's a great thing to walk away with.
Yeah.
For all of us, I think so. That's what I hear a lot telling me. Like, that's it. That's the moment. That's the, like, okay.
Man, but now you're leaving me with that.
Exactly. We all have been left with that.
Damn, bro. Now I gotta.
Because we could easily just talk past that one. We could easily go to the next idea. We could easily go to the
Which
next.
Which is what I couldn't wait.
I know you trying to do it right now.
I'm trying to get away
We're
from
trying to do it right now. Let's not do it. Let's pray out. I think that's a powerful for me as well, because for me, for you, for the listeners, for the viewers. That is where this next week
we got work.
Right, we're gonna at least we have that seed planted.
I don't even know what I said, man. I just know I didn't like it. To keep it a buck, I didn't like it. That's why I said it. It's like, oh man, well, he's here. I gotta hold myself accountable. Man,
go back and listen to it. That's it. We're gonna
have to re-listen to this. Man, that's
phenomenal bill, brother.
Yeah,
very transparent. Appreciate your transparency. Appreciate your vulnerability, man. Yeah. Vulnerability has been the word of the day. Yeah, I've heard that word a couple times today, and it's like, oh, I forgot about that word.
Yeah, bro.
And it's a real thing.
Man,
we're being saved from the fires. From the fires.
And in order to be saved from it, you have to confront the fire to see what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, that's why I don't play with fire. Oh, that's what it feels like.
Come on.
And we're both feeling it this week.
We are,
and we're gonna continue and just ride this Ramadan out, because the fire is only temporary.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's close it out.
Islam.
Yes, sir. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment, in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Ameen.
Ameen. Islam. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.